All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Livewire Sports Media, and this is my recap edition of Livewire Sports for the Iowa Hawkeyes, who had a all-around performance. Yes, the Iowa Hawkeye girls put on a one hell of a performance tonight, beating Evansville. I think what Purple Aces. Purple Aces, the Purple Aces, beating them in. To me, I think this game right here signified what I've been looking for. I wanted to see this in a totality, how these girls was going to play, especially from the last time they had actually played in against Southern. They really showcase an all around game. They definitely moved the ball very, very well. I mean, Evanston didn't even score 50 points, which I said that they was not going to score 50 points in the game, but they did have 43. The Iowa Hawkeye girls actually had 119 with the all around performance. I love it how they was playing. Everybody scored, and everybody scored. The bench, everybody. They shot 64% from the field. They let me pull up the screen real quick. There we go. They shot 63%, 64% from the field. They shot 14 from 23, 26 from 3-point land, 53% from three. That's pretty good. It was 21 for 28 from the free throw line, actually 75% from that point. There was 42 for 65 from the field. They only had 11 steals. They had 13 turnovers, which they actually at halftime, their turnovers were way lower than that. The second half, they picked it up. So they still got us. I want to bring that down at least two more, down to 10 a little bit. But that was better than the 24 they had. I mean, that was way better than the 24 they had. And they also had 31 assists. That was telling. 50 rebounds. 50 rebounds. Imagine that. So let's look at Hannah Stokely, 21 minutes, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. She shot 85% from the field. 85%, almost 86%. She was 6 for 7 from the field. She was 1 for 2 for 3, shot 50%. That's crazy. She only took 2 shots. She only had 2 fouls. Ain't nobody on this team. They only had 11 fouls total with everybody on the board. So, I mean, you play 21 minutes, you get selected shots, you shot 6 for 7 from the field, 85%. That's not bad. And really, you didn't have to do too much because you had Ava Hyden right there with 14 points, another double-double for her. You know what I'm saying? She was 62% from the field. She was 5 for 8. She missed some easy ones under the basket, though. She was from the free throw line, she was 4 for 5, 80% from there. Then Chit Chat. Break me off a piece of that Chit Chat bar. She had 16 points, 4 rebounds. And a lot of people say, well, she probably ain't going to get a lot of rebounds because she's short. But guess what? She's rebounding. And guess what she had? She had 10 assists. If Chit Chat could put you by at least, I say 6 to 10 assists a game, I was winning them games. They winning that game. Then she had only 1 turnover in that game. She was 83% from the field. She was 80% from 3-point line. She had 4 threes in the game. 4 for 5. She almost been perfect. Then 2 for 2 for the line. Chaz is going to be what Jen Jensen expects her to be. She's going to be that leader. She doesn't make mistakes. She knows where to put the ball. 10 assists. That's crazy. That's leadership. That's why she's in the starting lineup, because she could run the offense so well. Then you got Taylor McCabe in there. 20 minutes, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block. She was 4 for 7, 53% from the field. She missed some slight ones that she could have made. She also was 4 for 7 from the 3-point line. That's not bad. Over 57%. That's not bad at all. Lights out. Kelly, the lockdown defender, Farbar, 8 points. And she started getting her points later on in the game. She didn't have any at halftime. She had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, because she was putting on that clamp defense, 2 blocks. But she was 2 for 4 from the field with 50%. 1 for 3 from the 3-point line. She shot 33%. Not bad. 3 for 3 from the line, 100%. That's perfect. The one thing that I know about the Indiana, oh man, I'm so much got the Indiana fever in my brain. Ugh. One thing I know about the our Hawkeye girls is that they know when to take their shots. That's the thing about it. They know specifically when to take their shots. They don't care who takes the most shots, but they know when to take their shots, and they make each shot count. Now, there's going to be games that it's not going to be this well balanced. Somebody's going to have a lot more points, a lot more scoring going to go somewhere. You look at the bench. Jada came off the bench, 5 minutes. It was like, I think it was probably like 4 or 5 minutes left in the game when Jada came in, but she gave you 3 points. She hit a 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 32% from the field. She actually has some easy shots from the field that she could have made. This percentage could have easily went to 40 to 50%. She had a fast break, but she blew the bunny of it on the fast break. But she was 100%. Layla, Princess Layla Hayes, 20 points off the bench, killing it. Because guess what? You didn't really need that much of Ava hiding. But guess what? Layla came in there. She gave you 20 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, only 2 fouls, 9 from 11 for the field, 81%. Now, she might not going to have games like that, where she's going to shoot that high percentage, but it's a good look because she was dominant. Then she was 2 for 5 from the free throw line. Now, that's the part she's going to have to get better because she was only 40% from the 3-point line. She got to get better in that area. That's an area of emphasis of improvement, but she did well come off the bench. They bench scoring had 23, 24, 25, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 47, 56 points off the bench. That's ridiculous. How do you get 56 points off the bench? There is some teams in the WNBA can't even get 30 points off the bench. So let less 20 points off the bench. Then you got Journey Houston, 14 minutes, 2 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Did pretty good. 30%, 33% from the field. She didn't do anything else. But I do love her rebounding. She is good on the boards. Journey Houston is very, very good on the boards. Then Addie, the real deal, came in with 11 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Only 2 turnovers. Way better from the 7 that you had the last game. Good job. She shot 40%, 42% from the field. She was 3 for 7. Got to get better. She was 2 for 6 from the field, from the 3-point line, 33%. Not bad. And she was 75% from the free throw line, where she shot 3 for 4. Then Taylor Strimlow. She had 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. 3 from 3 from the 3 from 3 from the field. What 100%? 1 3-pointer, 100%. Crazy. All her shots was perfect. All her shots was perfect from the field and from 3-point line. And I will say this because we didn't see too much of Taylor Stromlow in the exhibition game and in the first game against Southern. But like I said this in the stream earlier tonight. If Addie, Callie, Taylor Strong, Emily, McCabe, Kylie, and Chazzy all start hitting 3s from the outside, there ain't nobody in the nation is going to be able to deal with them because that's too much firepower out there shooting like that. You really will have to play scramble defense for that. And speaking of Kylie Levine, no relation to Adam Levine. She had 4 points. She was 4 for 5 from the free throw. She got a whole point from the free throw line. She was 80%. Then Emily Rodriguez, 9 points. Now, Emily, one thing I could tell you this. Emily ain't scared to shoot that ball. She ain't scared to drive to the paint. You can look at her when she get that ball in her hand, her first mindset is to score. And with this game being out of hand, you can only suspect that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to worry about it as much. But she did good. You know what I'm saying? She did really good. I do love what's going on with them. She got 3 rebounds, 4 assists. 1 steal. She had 3 turnovers. She had the most turnovers. She got to get better. She shot 3 for 6 from the field, 50%, not bad. Shot 75% from the free throw line, and she missed out for only once and only 3-point shot. So, with that being said, the Iowa Hawkeyes broke a record today. They broke a record. They broke the most scoring points.
You just set a record, one for the age. You saw that warm-up video. You've seen the teams that have played here, and you guys are now in that record book for most points ever. That's pretty impressive. But the coolest thing about that, 31 assists. 31 on 42 buckets that we did that. That is my very favorite statistic. And the fact that you guys all were celebrators of each other. And I've loved that about Iowa basketball, and you guys have picked right up on that. Hawkeye Pride on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hawkeye Pride!
Yep, 31 assists. That's how you win games, though. That is how you win games. 31 assists. You cannot win games without moving the ball, assisting the ball, setting up your other teammates. And if you don't do that, guess what? You're not winning many games. You're not winning many games at all. I can tell you that from fact. You're not winning many games. So my thing is this here: these ladies going to continue.
Eye-popping of everything that happened today. What are you most happy with?
Well, I love the fact how we started out defensively. I really talked about the beginning of the game, really to really earn a dominant performance, but kind of doing that every possession and just trying to set a tone. And how they started out the game, I think they had 10 points at the quarter. So I was really pleased with that response. I think also we were really, that first while, we were really trying to stay true to our offense and our transitioning into the offense. We were really pretty attentive and sharp. So I was really happy about that. And certainly, we're going to be facing a lot more foes that are more formidable than Evansville, certainly because of size. When you have Layla Hayes and Ava Hayden and Hannah Stalkey, that's a pretty big unit, for, who we were going against. So I just think the way we started and used our strengths, I think that was a really good sign. And our team, honest to goodness, we needed a good confidence builder. We're learning a lot, we're growing a lot. I've told you guys the trajectory I think will typically be up, but it's gonna go every which way. We just have a lot of different people with a lot of different talents, and they have different paces and of learning.
We talked about Chit Chat. I think last game I asked you about her 10 assists, 1 turnover today. You guys have had a lot of really good passers at point guard over the last decade plus. But 10 assists, 1 turnover is probably not something you've seen a ton of though. Just what sets her passing apart from maybe some of the others that you guys have had?
She just the game is slow for her. She's fast, she's quick, but she makes it slow. Like she's trying to, she loves passing. I mean, and look at her shooting, but she loves it. She loves to try to figure out how can I serve my team in that way. And so now we're going to see, like, you know, I'm really excited, but I also understand what happens as we go to Thursday to Sunday to next week in Florida. There's a lot of different defensive schemes and sizes that we're going to see. But I just love the way that she's just a thinker. You know, she really is trying to learn what we want to do, and she doesn't deviate much from it, even when she could, because she's quick enough to blow by people at times. So I think that's it. It's slow for her, you know, and she just is able to see it and see it for what it is, right? Not trying to create anything more than what it is, and therefore she can be pretty true to what her read is.
I'm telling you, man, Jen Johnson, man, I just love how she really embodies this team and give the confidence to this team to really excel. Like she keeps saying, she don't say, oh, well, this team gonna be, you know, do this. She said every time they play a different opponent, it's going to get tougher. It's going to get harder because the opponent is going to give them different looks. It's going to be how well this Iowa team continue to adjust to them. By the time they get into the division, their conference play, they probably will see just about every defense there is, and then they'll know how to handle it, and they'll be better from that. So, again, 119 points. Previous record was 115, 31 assists. This team dominated. Now, can they keep it up? We'll see against Drake on Thursday. Be there, be square. Live Wire Sports Media, Sunday night edition. It's the Wire.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire. It's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it. So official, like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire. Sports and entertainment. Let's go.